Giving lessons, I know my mind, check it. Look, I never cared for anybody with opinions. Save it for the people on social media sites with their children. I'd rather be somewhere with a villain. Gotta watch my cursing. I got children in front of me. I can freestyle in person. I put it together like robbers put together purses. I never snatched a coin. Be careful, tenderloin is what I'm cutting. It's been a while since I'm back in public, but since y'all requesting to God, I had to come through summit. So be careful when you open your mouth and say a summons. I might show up in your seance and then it start to plummet. I'm dunking from the paint on every house. I'm Andre Drummond. They could never get to me. That's the reason I ain't frontin'. Could turn my back on them and yet it's still love. Poetic justice, that's the reason that I walk on rugs. Kamoon slide like it's 86. Don't wanna play with him. I make a rapper running back flip. They know my name and know my face, they even follow me. I've been busy and bury loved ones, so pardon me. I had to be careful, I cut school just like I'm Screech. I step to the side, that way you can just feel the reach. But if I'm out, then it's Jack Reacher, don't need a preacher. I'm not religion, I study scripture, I need a reason to unleash this beast. The reason I'm God, I'm not a heathen, not Hellenistic. I cut the sun if they want the treason. I must need to stop and relax a little. I play around with these Wimbledons if they want the fiddle. The Pied Piper, the riddle, the metaphor is swift. I'm cutting like it's real butter with the knife, I'm quick. I'm Last Samurai for real, get your Jack Nichols on. You can see me in front of cameras with the riddle going. But if I'm done it, I'm running it, Pawnee River. Be careful, man, I give it to him in person, a sliver. Could never do what I do, it's like gold and then it's silver. I'm alchemic with the compounds, break it down placentas. Get it out the womb and started in December. Just a month late cause I was born. Call me Mr. November, Amon. We on the block live. Yeah, we on the block live. Gotta give it to him like a top 5. Just know it's Amon, we on the block live. Let's go. Yeah, that was hot.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Let's go. All right. Hey.
See what we got going on. It's the Block Live. We got BTS behind the scenes. You got the term about to get big, you know. Tap in.
Block Live.
Everybody get behind the scenes.
Block Live. We at the Block Live. Yeah. It's no jive. You can take a stride. Not knowing really like some Bonnie with the Clyde. Ain't got to move it if you didn't see the high energy you're moving if you didn't know the ride. It's a suicide, it could be dark. Know how we getting in the flow. It's just the head of the toe. How we getting though? If you knew though, be the bread. Be with the red, not what you read. Don't proceed. How you moving with your speed? Do you really see your seed in your CD and CD? Or you on the audio, the visual? Moving like the intuition. Got you on a higher mission. If you didn't see, stop, looking, listen. It's just the sun when it glisten. See you when it shine. No, it's just divine. How we got to climb, get the mountain when you get it. It's like the water, get it out the fountain. But you want a new route, not no popping. See your love, turn up in the doubting. If you didn't see the Buddha, then the Yuda. You got the shooter, not the polluter. Knowing how we get it down, know you with the cruiser. It could be the blueser, how you wanna choose her. Do you wear your shoes not know the snoozer? Could be on the alarm, now you know the bomb. If you didn't see the harm, yo, where's the arm? It's the harmony. got to get it. If you didn't see, happy with glee. Getting down the river, don't you see? It's the Nile or the West, or the West be the East. If you didn't see the love, then how you see the peace? All in the whole, H with the O, L and E, and not knowing with the W. You can see in the energy, the water crossing on the border. Knowing like the slaughter, or you got it just a quarter. Might be the dollar. How you wanna holler? Are you really scholars or playing with the collards? Eating up the greens if you didn't see the meaning of the heart. How you coming from the start? It's the earth. Yo, what it's worth? Coming in the block if you didn't see the mop, or the mop be the drop, or the drop be the wheat, or the wheat be the broom. As we get it down, coming real soon. There's a vacuum and energy, and really what we do is the breath. How you see it now? Gone and consumed in the energy. How you know it really is the doom? If you see it, Spider-Man or Superman, the moon could be how you been living in within. If you didn't see the superhero come on in, it's the energy. How you move, smile and grin. And if you didn't see the front or the ending or begin on the life that you're in, move it as the beat. Yoda. If you didn't see, now you the life that we choose. Now you know the Yodi or the Yoda on what we putting down the roller. Energy. Yeah. That's that energy, you know what I'm saying? Woo. It's the energy. Uh-oh, you know I got my brethren over here. I'm gonna let it pass it on.
Yeah, give thanks is the black life, you know what I mean? Yes, man. So we on the block, yo. Focus on the block, another day will rise. We give thanks every light if I miss the sun rise. No matter what you know, they get to use, we have to rise. The balance and the discipline, never give the exercise, yo. My mom me tell me, say she love me, I'm great, yo. Me looking at the mirror, yo, me full of faith. And me tell myself daily, yo, you know you're great. Look on the sun, him smile, yo, me feeling like, yo, give thanks a life every day when we rise. One more day upon the block, we survive. 27-18, Gumby Street, that's the place. Just I give them a little freestyle and show my face. On the block, yo, on the block, yo. And on the block is just a freestyle on the block. It's the cipher. Eternal, I'm an on the block. With Dan Rashawn, with yo, everybody on the block. I'm gonna say give thanks every day for my life when we rise. See the sun shine, yo, it's just another day. Give thanks for my life, that's my slogan, yeah. Positive consciousness, that's what I say. Me say, watch the discipline, find just another day. Me say, put it in a manifest, to work it have to play. Yo, the use them not go stray, yo. Right way, yo. What's the discipline? And that's what me get there. Watch it. Just a freestyle on the block. Give thanks to life, cause the best thing we got. I'm not this body, I'm deeper than the flesh. Yo, miss a lot of soul, yo, it never left. It's in me, it's in you, it's in she, it's in him. Yo, let me tell the working out just like a gym. That's why I'm looking so slim. Give thanks to life on the block. Give thanks.
Yeah.
See somebody just lean up against the wall like that and spit a freestyle. Y'all ready? Yeah, the Don Dada. Yeah. Let me take a sip of my water before I speak. Hustler, y'all know I be on my grind. Let me warm up. I'm making shots from the free throw lane. Once I really get started, then it ain't no games. I'm warming up, so really you should warming up. So really you should warming up. Freestyle from the top. About to get it rocked.
Y'all ready? Alright, we go. Hey yo, I just spit whatever come to mind. Oh, he ain't rapping like that. Never mind. It's really dog, cause we live on the block. Keep your Glock at the house. I told y'all that's off the top. I'm warming up. I'm like a car. I'm just trying to start up. I'm trying to get my stuff back up. I've been laying around all day, now I'm really back up. I've been making a bunch of moves like Jamaican moves. But one thing about me, I ain't no fool. I speak the knowledge that come from my mind. I focus on my focus, print, never think behind. Cause that's the past and I'm for the future. And if you say the wrong thing, you know my guy goons, they'll probably, I ain't gonna say that cause there's kids in here. But make sure we make a way for our kids in here, yeah. We can talk about the books and the education. We can talk about the life and the segregation. When they try to put us against our own people. But you know we all one, so we all equal. You know I'm spitting knowledge like you in college, which really you on the block live with Don Rashawn off the top from my head, on lock like it's dread. I don't sleep in my bed, nah I just sleep on the couch. Nah I go sleep at her house, then I pull up, trying to focus on my paper though. You know I'm full up, I'm full up, I'm full up, trying to focus dog on my paper. You know I'm full up, and he's shooting with the cannon. But if it's beef, then I'm coming with the cannon. And I hit you from underhand, man. I spit bars sometimes you don't understand, and yeah, I'm just warming up. So y'all should really sit back and warming up. Like, if y'all had to picture what I'm doing right now, just picture somebody playing basketball right in the free throw lane. They're just taking a couple shots. That's it. Yeah. You ain't know. Look, Monica had to come around the corner and say, who's that? We gotta sit there. Yeah. See, baby, I don't understand why you playing these games. I ain't got time for that, and I ain't dealing with no lanes. But you come through, let me chill with you. When I pull up on you, we gon' see what he do. Y'all thought it was a real song, didn't it? I just made that up. I don't want a real song. Give me something else, DJ. DJ want me to go home and make love. Yeah, I rock with it. I rock with it. I'm just in a crazy mood right now. Let's go. Let go. This beat is nasty. Okay. This beat nasty, can't let her pass me. Got a bad chick and her voice real raspy. Had to cut her off, just like the ashes. Told her to come to me, get the classes. I'm trying to catch it, I ain't gon' sweat it. My car take premium, never unlet it. It's all off the top like the cap on your head. I just take my cap off, ain't no capping instead. But I need a cut, but I need the cut. I've been going all day like you don't wanna what? Like an Energizer bunny, but really ain't nothing funny. The sun's still shining even when it ain't sunny. Rain coming down, balls going off the top. You don't really understand, coming with the clock or pop. Running through the city, wild like a city. Jumping out the shirt, arms snatching on your purse. Gotta watch out for them busters, watch out for them fuckers. Watch out for them people, in them people, you can't trust them. Watch out for the cluster. And God, you know you trust them. It's a gangster or it's a lean. When you see the lean, not knowing what you doing really in between. It's the G with the and or and again. Or how you gain, not remain, but you're seeing what's the frame. How you been living in the game? What's your lane? Lane but lane, and now you knowing how to change. It's original. If you didn't see it, throw the frame out the box and didn't see him. What's the game? You a player, player with the slayer. How you been changing, but really like a cool later. Or the alligator, come and see you later. If you didn't see it, then you got a new phaser. Or it's a fader coming on your head, and you see it like a lock. So you really call it dread, but what's instead? How you been living in this life if you didn't know Rasta? In the energy, not no faster. How you been living in life? Is it just pretending if you didn't see your phone? How you see your friend and what's that smile or that grinning? How you been living if you didn't see the car, then this car bending? How you been living in this life just pretending if you didn't see the front? How you see the ending? What you doing in this life if you didn't see right? How you got a sword or a knife? How you living a high energy? How you moving if it's just a grand wizard? Got it like a chicken gizzard. If it's like a lizard if you didn't see. How you been living in delivery? You could be a shivering, but chivalry a chivalry. If you didn't see the chivalry of how we gotta be for that feminine that we call in divinity, we say divinity. Knowing how we gotta be in reality, not just to be a tragedy. Gravity, G will ride what you see it have, what we have, what we having. What you really, when you grab, it's a rabbit. Bad habit, when you grab it, automatic. It's the manual, how you got it, stab it, hold still. For real, what's yeah. Feel it like that and then you see what's the deal like Jack and Jill like Jack or Jack being all like the trade, but you gonna see it or you gonna fall with your crown upside down, turning all around and see the world and it's really hollow. How you found? Oh, on that energy going up, going up, going up, going up. Nah, it's going down energy. Yeah.
Yeah, it sound like some Jay-Z. Hovey. I came to rock the bells like LL. Don't try to send me to hell, wish me well, like a wishing well. Will I win? Only time will tell. Well, when you're new school, we don't do emails. Spinning like a spree whale. Nah, change the beat.
Yo, it's been a while. We gonna push through this anxiety. Alright, we gonna make our delivery a priority. We gonna make our delivery a priority. Your priorities out of order. You're back against the wall, fighting your way up out the corners. You can look out the cornea. Peripheral, is it really real? How we tap into the ethereal, into this realistic realism. Inside this dimension, did I forget to mention that there's different dimensions? Or am I kicking the door off the hinges? What you talking about? Rolling with the henchmen. Got a tool in the pockets. Always say I keep my tool in the pocket. Yeah, I gotta keep the tool in the pocket. Back pocket, how I'm working now, I'm clicking the option. Now I'm just working for myself, I got options. How I'm breaking it all down and putting the fiber optics down. I can see it all through the lenses. How so clearly. Now I gotta cleanse, now I gotta go get some sage. I'm just closing my eyes, I'm back and forth in time. I die of old age. How I say what I say when I'm talking to my younger self, I see it in place. I gotta put it in place. Past, present, future, and you know I gotta pray. Down on my knees, how I say, but I won't stay, but I'm gonna slay any demon try to get in my way. On my life path, say that I'm paid, pay attention, gotta see it through the shades. When they throwing shade, I'm in the shades with the ninjas, kicking it like a ninja, about to get it, about to get them. Something monster like a pit bull. I'm lockjaw on this shit. I'm about to. Thank you for giving me the opportunity. You know what I mean? Amongst the family, you and me, unity, UNITY. It's like, where have I been high? I'm sorry for the wait. Yo, 2008, never that. New way is the way. Let new way pave the way. With new way, follow the wave. How I'm saying, just tapping into the waves of the MP3. How I get in this. How can he close his eyes and he can still see? It's like, I'm not rolling with the leeches or besieging them, chilling on the beach, cracking the toes of my feet. It's like, understand how I'm saying, see the sands of time, drip down the hourglass, and I'm using all of my glands on my chakras, aligned, battery power divine. And let me calm down and censor myself, how I'm saying, and censor, how I censor myself without censorship. I just stepped off the spaceship. I'm getting into it. I'm tapping into my intellect. It's like I'm getting into it. The into is intuitive. I'm getting into this mission. How we been through all these. How we been rules. This defying the sciences that they provided for us. It's like I see through the aspect ratio of the galaxy and all the gods and goddesses that get together in a gala. We in drinking gallons of water. Alkaline, how I'm in this. I feel the energy rolling through my spine. I'm the top of my cerebellum. I had to tell them back when Soulja Boy was popping, I was supposed to be one of the biggest things popping. Options, step on the stage, I had to stop it. I'm glad that I didn't get to that point in my life because I had to learn some things. I had to go through some things. I had to burn some things. Yo, I still pour and drink for the ancestors, giving up offering. Oh, I had to cough until had to cough and close it. Killing this beat in the clothing. Yo, the way spring came in, it's like still getting colder. We don't even know it's the sun that's gonna snow. It's like whether or not. Learn that whether or not I still got an umbrella. We all under one umbrella. Had to get us together. We still under one umbrella. Under one roof. On the block, we all under one roof. I mean, I think I probably got more than one truth. I've been doing this since I was a young youth. So I spit these bars and still talk to the youth. And like BDC, I speak the truth. The beat gon' cut back, but I ain't gon' cut back. I spit bars like what's that? Like get back, I spit that. Have a little kickback, you kick back, we chill back, you sit back, then sit back. Listen to my flow spitting off the top. Never snitch, never 6, not no drops. No chain, less it's all stones. So when you see me, it's just rocks with the stones. I'm home, yeah, I'm on the block. And we live, y'all know I can't stop. I do this for music and real hip-hop. My poetic already justice, my justice need to keep going. And my money gon' bob. And y'all know I'm with the mob. And y'all know I'm doing fine. My shirt, my boy Malachi shirt is wearing, he made that by 9. And my man New Way say you feel it. Going through is fine. And I see UFOs all the time. If y'all wanna get deep, y'all wanna talk like a preacher, then I can preach. I speak up and I can speak. It stuck to me like I'm a leech.
Hey, it's a black line. Right here on the black line. G under the piece. I gotta go, I gotta get her smooth, my guy.
Yeah, it's like a Wu-Tang type of Shaolin 360. Shadow boxing, coming like a foxing. If we didn't see the Glock, but the Glock be talking. How you say tick with the talking? Energy that you doing much often. If not, then the soften. If you got the coffee, you might cough often. If you didn't see the coffee, how it say in the energy, play it by day. It's like you sway, not knowing how to say. Energy, from you have beef, clean your teeth like it's a decay. X-ray in your vision, intuition, then you see how you're on the mission. Got to be like the sun when it gotta glisten. If not, then it's like a slick on the wrist. How you been living this life? life is on a mission. If you didn't see it, then I guess you wasn't wishing. Not seeing the grant and being the well, but you could see, even from the heaven, you could tell. Loving is this, is it wheezy? Making your stomach even queasy. Not knowing how you say please me. If you didn't see the police and police is the freezing the keys. Not knowing to see the keys, but from the knees. How you say if you couldn't see but tease. On the energy from west to east, is it please? Cheese. Man of mice of niece. How you see that? Like the foot dogs and fleas. In the minor degrees, what you change is the T's. If it's just the west or the east, then you please. Not knowing how you say it could be the hot today, but really how you get down and now the mind and the x-ray vision. How your intuition, now you know the mind and the mission. What you doing if you didn't see that the ruin of an apple? If you didn't see the bruise from the bruising, you could take your time and now cruising. What we do if you had to win with the losing? You could be choosing, but didn't see how you're choosing. Now you had to say what that all along is losing. How you been living the life, and now living with the sword. You cut by the knife, you living it right, oh you living with that left. How you got your breath? How you saying with your mouth? Method is how you be living in the left. If you didn't see the right, now the right is your breath. On the holy, if you didn't see the mind, now you told me. If you didn't know, now how you say the don't be energy. How you say free, but the don't beyond. How you living is it wrong? If you didn't see the pH for one, then you didn't see the fun and how the phone is the energy. Now how you getting down? All you didn't see, now you're all alone. Energy, you call Z with the one. Now you know the zone. How you been the wrong romance? Didn't see what is romance. Taking off, now you got caught up in a trance. Energy, can't you see? Second is a chance. If you didn't see the Trinity, how the glance. Energy, you in the energy. Everybody has energy, like a chemistry. If not, then you didn't see chemistry. And the life, and now you gotta be really in the glisten. Just listen. As the sun is the mission. And the vibe is the pulse in the nation, and the nation will rise. And the energy, there you wise. If not, then the words that despise. Be the truth, see the roots, and if you didn't now, you got to get your own proof. What is inside coming out? Is it love or is it doubt? Change it up, now you can see the route. If you didn't see the smile, now the smile is the doubt on the spout. How we got the water coming out? Is that for eternal life? If you didn't see the sword, how you wanna see the knife when you live in the height? Yo, it's the day or it's the night. When we got the K with N-I-G-H-T, when we play, word play, child play, every day, in the NBA, NBA, OAC, how you be with the avatar, see? Yeah, not just surrogate in this life, and now trace the law, not legit, no quitting. Just like your mitten on your hand. Thanos. Now you see worlds come back again. Multiverse, universe, quantum mania. Old ant size job with an ant style. You going from the tatas. How you knowing how far you went? Old neck, almanac. Energy of what you call yourself in Kemet. You call Kemet being the steps. Yaku, if you didn't know. We call it the Ampu as we grow from the underworld, how we see ourselves. Now you see how you repel yourself from that tell yourself. You done told yourself to tell, but how you living in heaven, or you calling it hell as you prevail yourself. You have a shield, but is you real to yourself? Feel, but you feel yourself as you make a feel being real to yourself. You might even have to yield yourself. So how you can say heal yourself? You go up to heal, but do you feel yourself? If not, yourself ain't there yet. You gotta connect to yourself. Maybe ground yourself. G will round yourself, not just flat yourself. F will lack yourself. You got to E with self, and lack you got late yourself. So how you relate to self? We all gotta relate to self. You are self-identifying. Keep identifying you. Ways that you can identify self inside of you. You turn, all turn. Universal, university. 13, as in saying past the 12 of the houses, and now you see 13 becoming a 1. A new energy now come out from the sun. Moon even attraction. How you not lacking?
When you see the B with lacking, then you see blacking. But if you didn't, then it's a S now, being slacking. How impacted? You didn't see what action is? No action, then there's no acting. You say act, but the act is AKT. That's the energy of melanin and serotonin that make you be 3, as I say, 60 plus 1, coming out of yourself. You are epigenetic energy. That's how you create yourself from your mother and your father, and you say Trinity, not just duality. No clues to who you are and how you be, masculine and feminine. How do we see ourselves? Culturally, this sound is culturally yourself. Ashe. Respect to y'all. I give thanks to y'all. Y'all here for a reason. We at the block doing something that's on the block. Take a minute to get on the block. That's where the rainbow and the serpent gets back to the history of the block. You be like, wait a minute, is it a block? Or is it a circle? Or is it a circle? Or is it a triangle? Or is it all three? Or is it this X? Or is it this plus sign and how you be? Energy we call time. Time is an illusion, but yet you can see your reality. You are in a part of this reality as you are part of your own reality, a past as you heard it already from so many of us, and present as you're now present as a gift, as in being gifted as you shift it. See, if it was flat, you can't lift it, but if you can lift it, then you can also shift it. Oh yeah. So, while we're still here, I got like 5 people in here. Let's see how we're gonna lift somebody up out of this chair with just 1, 2, 3 fingers. You wanna see that happen?
Yes.
Everybody, if you wanna see that happen, put your hand up. You wanna see somebody lift? We're gonna lift out of 4 people. We need 1 person to sit in the chair, right? And we're gonna lift this person up all the way almost even to the ceiling, which is 1, 2, and 3, which we're gonna say 6 altogether. Fingers. That's how you know about the atom and the David and the atom. How do we connect to energizing the centering of self, right? It's based on 4 corners. This is how you know about El and Bay. El and Bay finds the 4 corners of all the energies that we fire, earth, air, and rain. Now, I'm gonna need 4 participants to help me. Uh-oh, where you going? Where you going? Where you going? I need one. I need you, man. Okay, got 1. The cameraman is holding the camera, so we can't get him. All right. So, oh, you walked away from me. All right, you gonna in? You in? You in with me? Okay, we got 1, 2, 3. Oh, you help me out, brother? All right, good. We got the 4. You ain't gotta be nervous. This is gonna be an ultimate experience. Now, what we gotta do is we gotta channel the energy. You can move that just a little bit to the side first. So you might as well, get that right there. So we're gonna work on some spiritual energy. You might never seen this before, so you might just have to be like, oh, wait a minute, yeah, it can happen. So now, because we have enough people in here, we can center energy faster than just a little bit when you're by yourself. I'm gonna put that right next to you. Well, I could, see how it's balanced. All right. What, the table? What, the bigger chair? The better chair? What? I'm taking. Oh, yeah. Well, all right, so can we move that the bag over a little bit? Or maybe no, come on up some a little bit so we get you on that X. Matter of fact, that's a perfect spot right there. On the center. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to use, let me see y'all put your fingers together first real quick. So you got these fingers. Now, how you do it is going to help you out because these 2 fingers, the middle finger is your fire finger. I don't know if y'all noticed that, but y'all had a fire finger. Wait. Don't do that. You're too physical. You're putting too much fire out there. So balance yourself. This right here is your air finger. So you're putting these 2 fingers together. And then this thumb is your etheric energy. That's why I say you got a green thumb for things. That's how that works. So you're going to use those 3 principles to help lift this one woman up with just these 6 fingers. No, you don't have to do that. What you're going to have to do is, let's see, you put your arms out.
and put your legs straight out. So you won't have to do that. Or no, matter of fact, you can just leave your legs down. We're gonna have you do that. He said that's different. You're gonna be like, oh, I'm straighter. No, all right, it's cool. We're gonna have your legs down. Just stay comfortable, but we want your arms out. So you think thick, or I mean not thick, stiff as a board. Can you think of that? Stiff as a board. Say that for me. All right, cool. And we're gonna say light as a feather, not burning. Y'all ready? Y'all can say it out loud. Let me hear y'all say that. Wait, do that one more time. Light as a feather. Now, yeah, you go. If you put this imagination in the head, it actually works better, and then it goes further from here. Now, what we're gonna do is we gotta breathe. So here's the technique. All right, you ready? Everybody gonna check me out when I do my breathing technique. You ready? I'm gonna do my nose. My nose is they call this the Taurus and the Scorpio. They match up in here in the nose. So you're gonna do like this. Yeah, you different from everybody else. You're like, how you got that big nostril? But it's nothing bad. It's actually, you have a good reason to breathe like this. You can bring more air in. So let's do that one time. Breathe in and watch my stomach. I'm feeling my stomach up. And then I'm gonna hold it. And I'm gonna release it. All right. Do that. I didn't see your mouth open. Let's do that one more time. Because we gotta be ready so when we get her up, it's all gonna be connected. Do this with me right now so we be ready. All right, so let's do that one more time. Breathing through the nose one more time. Breathing in. And don't think of the chest, think of your stomach. And then hold it and then release it out the mouth. Okay. I saw everybody do that. So now we're gonna make the connection. Now where we're gonna put our hands are, because she's a woman, right? Where we put it at. We're gonna put our hand right here, up under the armpit. So let's get two right there. And then we're gonna have two right here, right in where the heat of the leg goes out the most. Yeah, just keep it stiff, right? And I had you up there all the time, right? So, my brothers on the legs, squat down. Think of you doing, as you're doing the leg lift, like you stand with your body, right? So don't make your chest go no higher, no arms go no higher. Stay where you are until you get that position to breathe. Wait, right? Y'all ready to give it up already? On three, we want to breathe. 1, 2, 3. Breathe in. Wait, don't lift her yet. Breathe in. And now do it. As you're breathing out, come on up. Okay, all right, that was a stroke. All right, put her down. All right. So now, what's going on is we're not confident, and that's okay. It takes a minute because we're all together. We're like, man, I'm individuals. I'm gonna do it. Well, wait a minute now. We can't do it yet. We gotta make sure. Yeah, not yet. We gotta make sure this works first. And then we can start adding in. All right, so we're gonna put the hand over, one hand over the head. Remember how y'all did it in games? Where they say, okay, let's do it. And then they put their hands together and say, all right, break. So we're gonna put one hand over the other, one hand over the other. Now give it space. Because what you're doing is you're centering energy. And once you're centering energy, think about again, light as a feather. Y'all can say that. Light as a feather. Let me hear y'all say it right quick. Light as a feather. Go ahead. All right, one more time. Light as a feather. And one more again. Light as a feather. And you think stiff as a board. All right, let's do this again. And now we're going to put our hands back in the same areas again and make this happen. We're gonna make this happen. We're gonna lift you up. You ready? You ready, sister? All right, so now we're gonna put our fingers back in the positions. We're gonna get into the squatting and then breathe in. 1, 2, 3, breathe in and go. And hold it and breathe out and then let her down. Hold on, you gotta be patient. This takes time. We call it grace. Mama has grace, father has time. So if you're rushing, then you're acting like a father, not a mother. So what you just, put your arms down. What you realize is we can get you higher now than where you was at. Because I noticed you had your arms up like, we're gonna go again. And yes, we're gonna see if we can get you higher than that. You think, y'all brothers, y'all know, now that y'all know y'all can do it? Yeah, I saw you over there, you were a little doubtful. Right now I see you ain't doubtful no more. It's like, I got confidence now. Yeah, so get that breathing in, man. That breather confidence. When you breathe that confidence, you actually can walk off with the same confidence that you're doing right here in this experiment. Now, this is only 4 of us with her. That's 5. Now, if you had more people doing this, oh man, you had a big combination, a whole bunch of other stuff happening. So now let's do that one more time. Y'all ready? Well, y'all ready? You're not ready. Y'all ready? Okay. Confidence is going into how you're breathing. Remember how you're breathing? Once you breathe in, go ahead like you're doing a push-up, like you're saying. And don't go on into it. And then breathe, concentrate on breathing out. And then we'll bring it back down. All right, let's do that one more time. And 3, 2, 1. And breathing in and going up. And breathing out. And you can bring her down.
That was great.
All right, that's the testament. I'm done. I'm getting off the mic. I'm getting off the mic. Good thanks. Good thanks, sister.
Yay.
You said what now? Quick libation.
Yeah, at least give thanks to
I can't. It's like
Shana.
time.
Shana.
Oh, she tried it.
One day you'll have it. You just gotta keep going. So, all right, let me get off this mic too. Cause
Over here.
Give thanks to everybody, you know? Yeah, join the libation with them sisters. Got up to, you know?
Oh no.
Everybody here, you got it live, bro.
Alright, so in libations, usually call on to your ancestors. If you have any ancestors that you like to call on, usually it's a masculine and a feminine. So usually what you want to do as far as your mother and your father, one from them and one from the other. Now how we work it, some of us go into that first, and then go into the deities that you know of and aware of, and then go into the older people that that you're around and that you're accustomed to. So that way you can still have a combination. Usually you want to go from where you are first. So usually what we end up doing, not realizing, you might speak of someone else first and not realize you got to speak for you first. That's how it all basically gets into libation. So we usually say Ashe, and after we say Ashe, basically like hit something like a thong, and that's how it'll keep going. And I usually pour the water. Next bin I say, and gives everybody now a moment to say who they are that they want to speak on, and then we just say Ashe, and just keep going until the water goes out, or until I drink the rest of the water. Now when you find out, when I drink the rest of the water, what you doing drinking water? Man, it's for the ancestors. Well, we the ancestors too. Sometimes we forget that part. You're like, oh, I ain't thinking. So you end up separating yourself. You don't want to separate from yourself. You're always in tune with your ancestors. They're everywhere.
They're within us.
See how that went?
Yeah.
So they're everywhere.
They're
always
within
gonna
us.
talk to you. They always going to hit you inside the head. It might be the insects coming out. You ain't got to be afraid of it. It's actually telling you something. Ancestors talk to the ancestors. So it's a conscience to everything.
Right.
Once you're in tune with that, like the plant, you can connect to it. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started. Can you turn that off for me, please? We don't need that on anyway. You can have yours on. I don't know.
Okay.
You want to finish your live?
Yeah, it's no, not for this part.
Okay, I'm just turn it down.
And if you notice, the sound bowls are good for changing radiation in the room, in the foundation. And if you also notice that plants also take the light and absorb the radiation that's wrong with the lights. So now it helps you with the dark side of things, which is a good thing. Because you think dark is a bad thing, but dark is also good. How you breathe helps you with the moisture, and that's why it's dark. It's moist, but dry is hot, bright. So that's why there's a difference between learning. Nut and Geb is one of the people we speak on as a deity. We're going to tap into our ancestors. You might have their ancestors you think of, your mother, your father, and so forth, whoever passed away. One on one side, one on the other. That way you still have a completion. So I'm going to start with my mother. All right, go cool with that. All right, Joe. Everybody cool with that? Oh yeah, permission to start this, Baba. Permission, go
Ashe.
Bernadine Marshall.
Ashe. Ashe. Ashe.
Charles Matthews.
Ashe. 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 Sekmet. Ashe. 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 Ashe.
Anybody else you got? Anybody else?
Norman Webb
Ashe.
and Samuel Chanel.
Ashe. For all those past and present, and for those who we didn't speak on.
Ashe. 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 Ashe.
Anybody familiar with this book?
No.
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 This book is in Conscious Planet, so if you got time, especially look at anything that's written about Seminole Indians, Indians, the African to the Indian aspect. It's going to give you the missing pieces that even for our ancestors that we that was military to how we got tricked into the military to how they got tricked in taking their basically their housings and the land in a different way because we took on a certain type of names or a certain type of nomenclatures. It became a point where it became misnomers. So this book
basically gives you a lot of insert on Seminoles and how the Seminoles became part of the group called the Buffalo Soldiers, and how the Buffalo Soldiers fought the war in a this type of respect. From emancipation that we didn't really see, Freedom Act to Proclamation Act. So that's how that movie Emancipation came out. It was supposed to have been about 1863. The revised 1864, and then Emancipation 1865. So what they did was change a lot of the things that we're still not, we're still kind of confused about because we didn't see where in our lineage we kind of like got away from our culture. Now, if you look up Rod Hayes got a great piece right now. It's called Feathers to Fez.
Okay.
Feathers that you see, I got a feather on my foundational connection.
Uh-huh.
It's like saying to myself, there's a spiritual inclination that's constantly somebody probably talking to you in the ancestral realm, and they might throw a feather at you the whole time. You're like, hey, why that feather keep popping up?
Yeah.
You never picked it up though, and so the feather's been around you, and that's really might have been your bird through, seeing Harry Potter, right? Harry Potter got an owl, or you got one too, and you just didn't know it. And so this comes from your ancestral realm that we don't really talk about because as far as this, the spiritual realm really hasn't had its identification yet. And so we're in the world of ages of Aquarius. And so now as you're learning this is also for the message and the messenger. How did they shoot an arrow? The arrow was coming from what? An indigenous being.
Right.
So these levels of the spear to the feather, how does the feather and the fez is a connection to your nobility? What is that about? How do you see the highest point of you? And what part of from act to feet is a uniform. So when they found out what uniforms they're wearing, you notice he has a hat on. And the other one does not. So this is from how headdress, so on down to the feet, did we see ourselves being taken apart. And then we decided to be a part as we were taken apart. And so there's the misnomers of saying, okay, are you from the senses of being black? Are you from the senses of being the Negro terminology? Are you from the senses of saying that there's even quadroon? Knowing that, mulatto, they called it in a misnomer carpetbagger. Now, if you look up carpetbagger, it explains how some of us in the amalgamated, that's a big terminology, but amalgamated to the bloodstream of how we got here in a different way.
Right.
And someone took that from those people who were already here. So now we said when we're from somewhere, it's not really, we would take it from over here and pushed over here. It's like everybody came from this one spot. No, it's the people that was from here that was taken over there. And then those people over there was taken over there. Now you see where the crisscross or the crossing of the river,
right?
The Jordan and all of these things that we speak of has more of an explanation. See the outfit, the uniforms, our formal wear. We have different terminology, regalia, things like that. So guard, people call it a costume, but it's not a costume. It's your custom.
Right, exactly. Oh my gosh, I don't know why I was so
No, it's good.
okay.
This is how you start to see the analogy even from church. Our church comes from even where Mexico is. Look at where the foundation started.
Right.
It didn't start over here. It started in the west. And it became east. So now if it's east, it's because of the west. Okay. Say we up north, why do we have to go up in the numbers? Down.
So, right.
Get it right. Make it
Right.
right for yourself.
Right.
So you won't say I'm going in a backward way of thinking. You're actually, someone taught you to be backwards. And I was taught to be backwards. I was left-handed. They taught me how to be right-handed.
Right-handed, exactly.
They said by the fourth grade, you better learn how to do your right hand. I said, wait, are you serious? Like, you gonna keep me
You
out?
might be able to do both.
You can't make it.
You might be able to do
I
both.
want to qualify.
Yeah.
I want to be a part of whatever. What does accepted? So we don't know to be accepted. We will demoralize ourselves. And this is what happens to us.
Right.
It's crazy. I can't speak really well with English, and they told me, like they was gonna fail me when I was back in grade school, because I.
See, and so that's what, just like the French, you have a list, right? A list or an accent that gives you the origin.
Right.
So to get colonized was taking that Creole or taking the other language and then get it to say proper language. Yes.
My friend can't talk very good.
And so what that language that she's, as you say, can't talk really
He
good.
says, he always says that.
Oh, stutter.
Like, saying it so.
All right, so all right, so we look at it as what we call speech impediment.
Mm-hmm.
Yet this is how the frequency is jammed as we're excited.
Right.
So when you're speaking, sometimes you're excited and you're speaking. So now, just like how we're doing that breathing technique, that wasn't just for lifting up people.
Right.
That was for speaking, that was for reading, that was for playing the drum, that was for doing the sound bowl, that was for just being alive. So how do you use it? It actually helps you see the other side, the colors that we don't call as the spectrum. The rainbow that has a serpent energy that kind of basically bounces on you, and then you don't see it, but it goes on to this other person. You're like, oh, what does that feel? And then you feel like this cold chill on your neck. I know everybody get that. Cold chill on your neck. It's like, what is that? That's that gold feeling. It feel like a cold feeling, but it's a gold feeling. Why I say that? Because your aura represents your green chakra in your heart. So when it opens up, you get this feeling.
Right.
Like just like when you're in church, that was the real church when they were giving you a quake.
Right.
How the soul was taken out of it, and now it's like spirit. Like, whoa, this is just spirit food. No, you want soul food.
Food. Exactly.
Like when I'm sitting still watching something, I feel this. It feels like a bug crawling on my neck, but when I touch it, it doesn't feel anything.
And yeah, so this is again the feelings that you're connected to. It's called antennas. Avatar shows you the antennas when you're seeing how this hair was being touched to the tree. We actually have that same feeler in our body that is like the hair on your body, because the skin has, every little skin particle has a hair particle. So you're feeling stuff that's through the universe. Like this smoke is going, but I can feel it, not just see it. And that's what makes me more alive towards it, versus feeling like, oh, I'm dead to insects. Can you put that out? It burns my nose. You'll start to say things that end up saying, really, you don't have an attraction towards it. Just like how we don't have an attraction towards our vegetables. We'll say, oh, I don't eat that. That's nasty. Oh, that's disgusting. And the first thing we were learning as we were around your age, guess what? I ain't finished. As we were around your age, we were saying, ugh, that's nasty. Ugh, you burnt. Ugh. Ugh, he touched. So you'll think of this as your language. And that's how we find out. You have to get in tune with what kind of language are you speaking.
Right.
How are you speaking your language to everyone? As a child too. Because just like her with her hand up. She got to know when she's speaking, and is it the sound that she's speaking of help? Go ahead.
Right.
One time, I saw when I was in the cafeteria, and my friend told me you should eat that burger, the cheeseburger, and I said, okay, and I ate it, and I didn't know it would taste that good.
You said a regular cheeseburger?
Yeah.
Okay, so these are illusions in the mind too,
Right.
just as much as you see it as being real. When I eat something, is it good or is it good for you? See, when you hear is it good because it's a taste that you like, or is it good because it's making your body strong? When you say it's good, is it good because it got your stomach hurt at the end of the day? Or is it good because it tastes good for right now and your stomach feel like you got some good warmness that you could be sleepy after you ate? See, these are the things you got to think about, even at your age. All right, go ahead. Think about it. That's good. That means you're now becoming a critical thinker versus one that just don't think about it. If you start doing critical thinking, you start to open your brain up and your heart starts to connect to your brain. These two are separate. Your brain over here, your heart over here. But then the brain start acting like the heart. You be like the heart start acting like the stomach, and then the stomach start acting like the head. And then you be like, man, I'm hungry. We're gonna eat that. Then you would put it in your mouth and be like, what? That ain't what I wanted. And then the body be like, well, you asked for it. Then you got all these body parts talking to him like, man, what you put in the body? Man, turn off the ankle. And you be like, oh, my leg, what happened to my leg? But it's because you eat the food that is really what we call dehydration.
Or your stomach's backed up.
You're supposed to have hydration.
Right.
So you got hydration and you have dehydration. Let me do this. Dehydration. Dehydration, you see how it's going down?
Mm-hmm.
Hydration is going where?
Up.
So you need something to get to your brain. If you need something that's going way down there in the bottom and boom, ain't nothing going up there. And now it's like, oh, let me get some more. Wait a minute. Then we're getting a little sleepy. I think I'm gonna go to sleep right now. And you'll shut down. And you start to stutter. When you're eating the wrong foods, that's not for the body. Because it's foods, but it's just not right. You can find out what's right and what's wrong. How you find out? Did you hear what I just said? How you find out? If you stutter when you're eating this food, the food's gonna change your emotion.
I have dehydrated.
Dehydrated food will be a food that is having no air in it. It don't give you air, don't give you oxygen. Dehydrated foods are more dry foods, not like leafy food, green food, stuff that you ain't even have to cook. You're like, oh, look at that. Looking like that plant. Oh, I'm gonna eat that because it's green. If you start thinking this way, your body starts saying, oh, we're open. If you look at where the green is in the center of all of those chakras. So it's basically the gray between the black and the white. See how she got gray on? Look, she got gray on. That's the biggest color. But because that's gray, that's the image of green, and we don't call it that. That's how the green end up going so gray. You're like, wait, is that green or gray? Oh no, that's gray is green. Look at the floor. We got green on the floor. So this actually opens your heart up. Your heart is your earth. I'm gonna say it. Heart. Earth. That's earth.
Earth.
So when you got your heart open, you got your earth open, and now you open with heaven, with the keys, as they say, is a paradise.
Exactly.
If not, you never noticed it because it's in the red, the yellow, or the orange. These are three. That's the, what men want to do, but And then there's food. I had to get past that real fast, brother, because we got food. Okay. And then you got the solar plex, where we start to feel we could be more intimate. And if we know what intimate was, we would say sensual things versus just, as they say, sexual things. Because you can say that's sexy, but what about if that's beautiful? Now you bring your green in.
Right.
It's going to help you with your purple, with your dark blue, and your light blue.
That's why you're wearing green.
Ah, you catch on quick.
And the light green.
Yeah, you catch on quick now, don't you? So when you learn outside help can be your colors, you can bring inside help to the colors you want inside of your body. Now, if you eat a lot of red food, that's how you're going to feel. And if you eat a lot of orange food, that's how you're going to feel. Yellow food, that's how you're going to feel. If you don't eat enough green food, then your heart ain't open. So you start to block what we call the chakras, and that's called Shakti. Shakti represents your dramas, your dramification, what's going on. So like even in this book, there's a lot of drama. If you notice their faces, do you see these brothers smiling? So even when you're not smiling, it says a lot. And in the story of Oshun, she gave us the smile. That means the honey that basically gives you a stronger desire to live for, versus like someone got your smile and now you don't smile for nothing. And so that's how we didn't realize it. There's this 13 zodiac that's being talked about right now. They call it Mammy, because that's what they were calling it at first, Mammy. Mammy Wata. So a lot of people now shorten the word, make it different, call it Mommy. So Mommy is what you call your mother.
Right.
You didn't know this is the 13th zodiac.
Mammy water.
13th zodiac is the 3 plus the 1. Put together is the B. So they made the to be or not to be. Yet this 13. Yeah, you got it. Go ahead. Because your arm is up. I don't want your arm to be heavy too.
I eat a lot of broccoli, but what happens if you eat a lot of brown food?
Brown food? You start to become browner.
I'm already brown.
Well, you can be
My
dark.
hair was turned brown.
Darker than that. Yep. Yep. You gotta realize how to keep it green and keep your tone right. So just like 13.
Do you have to wear some green on your shirt to be unhealthier?
You got green on you. So you're doing all right. You're right there. Look at the floor. Look at your shirt. You're pretty close to that color on the floor.
It is the same color, but
Yeah,
it's
so
a
that's
little
green.
darker.
Yeah, there you go. You were. So 13 represents the Medusa. If anybody didn't know, the Medusa, the woman that came out with snakes.
Yeah.
And so snakes on the head, serpent, that's all serpentine energy. That's all kundalini. That's all basically like water, move like water, flow like water, but its force is connected. Can you put your hand down? I ain't gonna keep answering you every few seconds. Just give me a few seconds. I gotta say some stuff before it's time. The time let out. So the actual earth is basically connected to the water. And if you notice, like H2O, we drink water, but we also eat water. And how you eat water, that's basically from the fruit. That's what we call eating. So what you eating, how you're eating, is how you have what you drink.
Right.
You're drinking it. So now it becomes always impairing yourself from repairing. We don't know about the pair of ourselves, but we can parents. So parents been E-N-T, but it's also T-E-N. So your net, how you use your 10 net, antenna, your antenna. There you come on, see you got it. So how we anagram words, you can break it down, you can see it farther, and you can put it back together. Like emit, it's time. So when you flip it around, you see how you work with it. Emit is your time.
This is not my first time hearing this either.
So it's M and it. So you're imminent. Power is always constantly coming to you. So how you use it is just like how you shower.
Right.
Hour, shower. S, hour. Hold on now, I still get some hours. So hour represents your house. We all got 12 houses. Yet when the 12th house gets into the 13th house, that's when the world really kind of changed for you. And now you're seeing how the 3, the 1 and the 3 is still like the 1. That's why they put 1 on the dollar bill. 13 represents like your house, your penthouse. But you're now becoming the power of your house. Remember the house, P, house, power. So the horse is also your hours. Horse, hours. So now Horus is also hours. So when you look at hour, it's really you and the hours versus seconds, 2, versus seconds in time. You catch that?
Right.
So
Yeah.
your seconds isn't to be last, it's to be first. But with the 0, not just by itself as 1. That's why we had problems with numbers. You have to see where did 2 come from. Is 2 masculine and feminine, or is it 2 feminine and 2 masculine, as we say words? You can balance it. So how you balance it is, come on, let me finish. And the gray in between, I'm gonna get you 1 second, just let me get to this point. The gray in between can help you see how it zigzags. The gray in between helps you see how it zigzags. Now what I mean by that is, this is a 7, and this is another 7. That's how you got 14. This is how you still got 5. So when you had the letter S, you were still looking at a number 5. I know it was like flipped. I just flipped that all around.
Yeah.
7th generation woman, 7th generation man. This is how the 2 becomes a 4. This is how this also becomes an X. This is how we end up walking into it, and now it connects back to itself. And that's where you get a figure 8. When you get a figure 8 of yourself, you relate to yourself. Now I go back, connect back to you. Oh wow. And then I said this. I don't know why I ain't write it down, but you did. You wrote it somewhere. It might be in your mental for right now. And then that's how you start to say, okay, that's imagination. You're an image. I'm a nation. Imagination. I'm in nation. Imagination. I'm age. Nation. That's how you start to see words. Don't just write it out without thinking what you're putting out.
Spell it.
Okay,
Put that
that's
spell.
the spill
That's
of your
right.
spell. So this is how you see the casting of the Indians, as we say, Tawny Moore.
Right.
So we say Tonto. So we've seen Tonto since Lone Ranger. He was a lone rancher. And because he was alone, that's how he became a ranger. Shooting like a ranger. So now it's the idea, how did a stranger become the ranger? Well, he's a cowboy. He created a man, right? There was a bull aspect with a cow now with a boy aspect. So now to demoralize your responsibility, who you are, things like that, you're like, yeah, I'm out the hat and I'm a cowboy. But now you were a woman, feminine aspect, as a boy, you came from a woman, but not knowing this is what Madonna and the child was about. So that's how we didn't see ourselves connected. We saw ourselves dissected or cut from the Caesar section, called the Syrian cut. That's how it became a point of saying you don't have the midwife, you don't have the doula in between to help connect from your feather to your fez of nobility. How you had the one who had a cap on the head, to now he's captain. Now, when it became wearing the pants, it was wearing the jeans, as in your jeans now. So now we're a reflection of what you call culture. And we have to now say, okay, you know what, I gotta start looking at what is cultural for me and create that. Because you know that Gerber's jar isn't you. So when are you gonna put your little child face on a jar? You know what I mean? Or the next child you have it, put their face on the jar. You gotta start putting this in your mind to say, I'm age. Because that's what you're looking at here. This is an image. Yet this is an image of how we've gotten to a point where we changed ourselves. And it's like the last thing before they just throw it away. It's like, oh yeah, y'all robots. Y'all came from a robot mentality. No, what, huh? No, the robot was put around you so that you think artificially intelligent. There you go.
Exactly.
And now we know that the universal is your mind intelligence. Once you do that, you start to say, okay, artificial, I use it for a temporary time, and then I go back to my 3-dimensional, 5-dimensional, and now you get to use your chakras the way it was supposed to be given it to you. Because just like, you know, when we turn this on, turn it off, don't use that to get your alarm up. Don't use it to lay down with. Now it's like your comfort zone, like you got your dog or your cat. Now think about these things. It's called pets. The word is pets, but it's also petah. Petah.
Qatar.
So you use the petah as your pet. So now your robotic Android or you know, iPhone is your now pet. You got to charge it up. You got to make sure it got a screen protector. You got to do things to keep it in check, right? Now you imagine yourself if you had a cat. You got a cat for cat litter. They do all whatever. You still got to clean it up, whatever. But if you had a dog, you were outside. You don't pick up cat stuff, do you? No, but if you was outside with your dog, you got to pick it up. So there's levels to how these, even the petah, the pet, got demoralized, and we also get connected to it. And that dog looking at you like, you better pick up my stuff. I know you own me, but you got to pick up my stuff.
I don't want to be rude. It was so nice spending time with y'all, but I have to go.
All right, nice meeting you.
Thanks. What's your
Thank
name?
you.
Angel.
Ooh, fire lit. Angel has the light.
Yeah. Thank you for being here. See you later.
All right, sister, with a question.
Yeah, Ashe.
I mean, answer.
Do you get that feeling when like sounds? Do you get that feeling when you're a kid? You sound like you like sound some words out and feel like it's like not right. Because I get that.
Well, that's when you get sounds like these. Sounds like a drum, and you modify it. You're not going to blend it, you're going to harmonize it. So when you're feeling those kind of things, the sage helps with anything that's negative, you feel like it's attacking you, or you know, you don't feel right, you burn the sage. You can eat the sage. So the sage is also in sausage. You can hear the word sausage, the sage in it. That's why those people were able to survive. They didn't die, but it kept them alive, but they was still right, but it was still, you know, keep them going. So the Italians or the Sicilians really is where we still had like rosemary, basil, things that help keep us in protection. So just like for this sage, you can burn the sage, and then you can use Palo Santo, you can use incense. These are the feminine. This one, the sage, is the masculine. Even though it's still a woman, it's still masculine. And now, what I mean by that, burning of the wood, they took this concept, made a sar. Yet at the same time, this is also known as Astaroth. So Astaroth or Astar, or as we know it now, Easter.
That's true.
So, yes.
What about the burning of frankincense and myrrh?
Frankincense,
Same
myrrh,
thing.
then myrrh. So
Uh-huh.
there's a difference of how to work with them. Yes.
Like, you're not done your sound. Like, this is how I sound out my
You gotta talk a little louder. We in
Can't
front of a bunch of
hear.
people. You gotta talk a little louder. They gotta hear you too.
This is how I sound out my words.
Okay.
So, like, if I try to spell, magic, I do this. It,
Okay.
Okay.
I
And
think it's a S.
okay, so what you're doing is syllable sounding, and those are very helpful. Now, what you can do is make it longer, like your name. What's your name? Say your name.
Cheyenne.
Okay, so we're gonna say your name, right? Shy and nah. You hear that? See how I did that? Let me see how you do it.
Shy and nah.
Yeah. And now, when you put power to it, it'll sound great when you keep it in that same 3 pause in between.
And then people be able to read my speech.
Maybe it depends. Well, we ain't gonna think about them right now. We think about you. First, you gotta think about you before you start thinking about other people. Bring in the energy inside yourself. So we're gonna do 3 before we dip. All right. So 3 of these sound syllables gonna help everybody. I'm gonna tell you what it is first. It's the power of M. Now, if you notice, it's in your hand. This is the first inclination of knowing that your mama taught you a language. You
Oh,
see it in
yeah,
your
the
hand?
M.
Everybody basically got an M. In their
Yeah,
hand.
wow. Yeah.
Because of that, your mother gave you a
Your
vowel
M is right
vibration in sound.
It's an M.
And so the
See?
sound is
That's a
right? It's like how you say, ooh, that look good. That looks good. So you're gonna do the same thing, right? And notice how my lips are still put together.
oh my god.
You notice that? Let me see it. Let me see you do that. I didn't put my lips inside. I just had them right here. There you go. Now, what you want to do is you want to get a long breath with that all right? So as you do it, breathe in first. You do 2 more. Ready? When you put your tongue close to your teeth, you can feel the vibration of it. 1 more. You're doing great. Now think about this. The is closed mouth because it's giving you power. Now, sometimes we don't have to have power to open up to speak. So sometimes you keep your mouth closed, and that's power too. But when you vibrate it in your mouth, you can feel the power in your mouth. So now, instead of we're gonna do om. We'll do om. And then the mouth closes back down like the So you see how that works. So we just did the right? As in the reverse would be mold if we did om backwards. So how you say mama, that's how that ended up being there in the first place. So now we're gonna say om. Look at my mouth, right? Om, and my tongue is like that. I put my tongue like this. So when you do that, it's gonna carry off of your tongue, and you can now pronounce it wrong. Yeah, you curve your tongue like an actual, like you're making an O. All right, 3, 2, 1. And you do this strong, you're gonna feel out how your body's gonna take that and then make it stronger for you. 2 more. That's great, doing great. And because you can hear it, we both can be like on the same parallel. 1 more. releasing. So whenever we feel like we're hurt, you gotta release something. You did the you did the now it'll give you strength. And then we do the release the energy. So now you feel relaxed. That's why you say, we be like, all of that. You go, aha! And that's how you be like coming up with some new stuff. But we're gonna do So the word is just and 3, breathe, 2, 1, breathing in. That's great. You're great with your lungs. And 3, 2, 1, breathing in. Great. One more. Last one. 3, 2, 1, breathing in. That's great. Now what you notice is our voice or our sound pick up at the same level at a certain point. And that's how it'd be like, wait a minute, is that another person in here? And that's how it ends up happening. Where we find a tone that really basically tunes the whole earth. And it's just like how the sun does it, like the earth does it, like the moon does it. Everybody got their own basically pattern that speaks and talks. So just like what we just did, no words but sound. And it gets you right to that level. Sometimes you gotta do that first before conversations are said.
Okay.
Now that they could be on a regular now. Okay, now I can hear what you're saying. Because I was irritated, I was mad, something was going on today. I couldn't even listen to you, man. I had a little electronic extra energy on me, so this is how you magnetize the ground and you connect back to the ground. Now you
That's
say,
good.
Okay, what was you saying? Okay, I can hear you now. Go ahead.
This is helping me write and read.
Yes, it's going to expand your brain for oxygen. We call it the holy breath. So how you're breathing it is going to very much help you.
And a good night's sleep.